This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare remembered. Public servants urged to perform well. And Sir Peter Ipatas on Wapenamanda tribal fights. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Grace Papiali. Thank you for joining us. Today, February 26, is an approved public holiday to commemorate the third death anniversary of the first Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea and the founding father, the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare. Institutions, business houses, organizations and individuals across the country took time to commemorate the legacy of the late Grand Chief.
To say that, sooner this country is...
As the nation stood in the midst of the outburst of lawlessness happening in the Upper Highlands region and the political differences emerged from the House of Representatives with the view to change the government, one of the country's important days stood out. February 26th is an approved public holiday to commemorate the third death anniversary of the first Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea and the founding father, the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare, who have brought the land of many languages, cultures and traditions together. The great man that led this country fearlessly to its sovereignty. 26th of February, 3 years ago, all the people across the nation were devastated with the news of the passing of the country's founding father. All across the country, institutions, business houses, organizations, and individuals today took time to commemorate the legacy of the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare. Somare's contributions have left a deep-rooted mark on the nation's history as they reflect. He was the emblem of leadership for the generation now and then. The late Grand Chief died at the age of 84, where 56 years of his life were dedicated to leading this country into independence and nurturing this country from going forward. He played a pivotal role in PNG's modern-day politics, and respect for the Constitution is what the late Grand Chief always pushed for. He was the emblem of unity, forgiveness, and humility. His legacy is the reminder to citizens to stand united despite differences in provincial affiliates, traditions, and customs. The Remembrance Vigil for the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare is currently underway at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium, with Prime Minister James Marape as the keynote speaker to the commemoration ceremony. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
A small yet significant ceremony was held yesterday evening at the Sir Michael Somare Stadium and this morning at Villa Krea Heights in Wewak, East Sepik Province. This was to commemorate the third anniversary of the founding father of the country, late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare.
The people of Wewak in the East Sepik Province yesterday evening celebrated the life of Papua New Guinea's national icon, late Tunga Sir Michael Thomas Somare, with presentation of choirs from schools and local string band performances and presentation of slideshows and speeches by distinguished guests. Speeches were presented by Wewak MP Stanley Moot Samban and Sinesine Yongumul MP Kerenga Kua, former politician John Mommies, and LNG PNG Site 7 Chairman Lufai Yawari were the key highlights of yesterday's program, apart from the exciting string band performances by Boram Correctional Institute Services inmates and school choir performances. The laying of wreaths began as early as 5 a.m. this morning, through till late, where people from all over Wewak town visited the tomb site of late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Sumare to pay their respects. Small children with their parents and school children from local schools and the general public in the province turned up in numbers at the tomb site today. Lady Veronica Sumare also visited the tomb site in remembrance of late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Sumare's 3rd anniversary. Family representative and program organizer daughter Betha Sumare said they will host a much better anniversary program next year, which will involve youths and the wider communities, as this year's program is the beginning of many more years to come. Tamara Agavi, National EMTV News.
All government agencies, businesses and schools were closed today as the country remembered the founding father, late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Sumare. Here are some views of the public when EMTV News took to the residential areas in Port Moresby.
Today is approved as a public holiday to commemorate the passing of late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Sumare. All businesses were closed as a sign of respect for the father of this nation and the first Prime Minister. Kevin Emmanuel, a community leader at Tokorara, says, with so much law and order issues faced in the country, it is important to reflect on late Sumare's good leadership.
We haven't experienced any bloodshed in Papua New Guinea's time since 1975 and until his passing. And we want to reflect this day and to respect him as the man in his own understanding and knowledge through God that he brought his nation to what it is today. We appeal to all the leaders, even the current Prime Minister and the members of the Parliament, that they also have to reflect this, that there's no bloodshed, there is no tribal fight too, there is no killings in his time.
This is Ian Sariman, a PNG Power employee, with his comments on today's public holiday.
It's a must that we have this public holiday because Grand Chief is the one who brought us to be in the well.
We also caught up with an ITI student, Brian Arua.
We want to take this time to acknowledge all the good things he have done since 1975 till today, this date. And he has done so much that we cannot forget about. And this day must be a special and respected day for our Grand Chief.
An employee at Golden Club also shared similar sentiments.
He found our country in 1975 and he made our country become independent. So he is a well-respected man in Papua New Guinea and his dying day deserves a public holiday.
This public holiday has been observed throughout the country and Papua New Guinea's diplomatic missions overseas. All public sector and private sector agencies will resume work tomorrow, the 27th of February. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
Minister for Public Service and member for Nuku, Joe Sungi, challenged the Public Service Commission and the Department of Personnel Management to perform their duties well.
Minister for Public Service Joe Sungi, during the launching of the Public Service Corporate Plan 2024 to 2028 recently in Port Moresby, expressed dissatisfaction on the conduct of the Public Service Commission and Department of Personnel Management staff. Minister Sungi highlighted that these two departments work for the people of Papua New Guinea and they must perform their duties diligently.
Public Service Commission is the well-respected commission that we cannot compromise. We expect everyone that works in the Public Service Commission to be of sober habit, not to ask for anything, to maintain the highest code of ethics and conduct, in the public service. It starts with you, and it starts with the Department of Policy Management, the two of you.
Minister Sungi continued on to ask a rhetorical question.
Are you saving our people 7:45 every morning, Monday to Friday? 4:06? Are our public servants doing that? I don't think so.
The minister added that the government of PNG, through people's tax, pays every public servant for 7 hours, 21 minutes work from Monday to Friday.
That's the calculated rate for your payroll, for your pay every fortnight. Automatically on Tuesday, Wednesday, it appears in your account. It will still pay you. If it misses you one pay, it will still pay you. The government of Papua New Guinea is the people of Papua New Guinea.
Minister Joe Sungi stated that they have a lot to improve in the public service. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
Minister Joe Sungi announced that all new public servants recruited will undergo a one-year public service induction program at the Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance.
Minister for Public Service warned the Public Service Commission and the Department of Public Management to never appoint a person who doesn't have experience in the system of the public service. He added that it is mandatory for new public servants to take up public service induction programs.
So I'm happy that we have already made it mandatory that all new public servants that is recruited into the public service must undergo a public service induction program 1 year in Silak.
Minister Sungi clarified that this program is mandatory for anyone who wish to work in the public service despite their other professions.
We don't care whether you're a lawyer. We don't care whether you're a policeman or a doctor. You must still undergo that 1 year basic public service induction so that you know exactly what the general order says. You can be a very good professional, but if you do not know how to conduct yourself in the government and public service system, then you cannot call yourself a good and performing public servant. So,
Minister Sungi also highlighted that the 3 departments he looks after must lead by example. He urged SILAG to train the future public servants to have good work ethics. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National EMTV News. Enga Governor Sir Peter Ipatas has given an insight on the current massacre that is happening in the Wapenamanda district of Enga province. He made his statement today in an exclusive interview with EMTV News. The concerned veteran governor of Enga province has extended his appeal to the participating individuals of the tribal fight to lay down their firearms and reconcile through mediations.
Over the last 26 years, I have been telling my people of Enga province, do not fight. Do not engage yourself in tribal fight. Because you have arms, better arms than the police. The police is not able to come down to your level. You have weapons that are more sophisticated than the police, the security forces. I've always told them that you have an honest, you have a duty to ensuring that your communities, the future of your children are not compromised.
Although the cause of the fight is allegedly claimed to have started in 2021 between 2 particular clans, the appealed echoes of the governor to the disciplinary forces have been done many times, as claimed by Sir Peter.
With resource, other with training, admit where the weaknesses are and try and be on top of this kind of activity. See, this is a case where tribal fighters are fighting amongst themselves. They are not fighting directly against the security forces. The security forces' job is to stop tribal fight, but if we are not able to manage that, well, what do we need in those security forces to enable them to be able to combat this kind of a trend? So that is a challenge for us. And that's why I've always said, let's build up capacity.
Sir Peter further gave his statement.
This tribal fight, which involves around 13 to 15 tribes, has been a bit difficult. Basically because of the reluctance of the people involved, who don't want to listen to the government. These tribal fights in the past and into the future will always be resolved when the people themselves, the people who are involved, the tribes which are involved in the conflict, actually have a desire for peace.
Ungaibena MP Kinoka Feo revealed his plans to expand rice production in the district, highlighting that rice production have been doing well since last year.
Member for Ungaibena Kinoka Feo have revealed his plans to expand the production of rice, highlighting that the production of rice in the district has been so good so far. The member further added that they have set targets to increase the hectares of land for the production.
This year we'll be installing a big the rice mill that will be processing and packaging rice to be sold to the supermarkets. Early this year we've harvested our rice, and rice production in the electorate is doing really well. Our target is to increase this year at least up to 1,000 or 2,000 hectares of 1,000 hectares at the end of the year. Mipla Baim 21 tractors are slowly moving around. As soon as our accounts are open, we are going to go all out, all over the district.
The member then shed light to some of the progress of the rice projects in certain villages in the district.
The only way by Yuploline Blomilo Plus benefit is to organize yourselves, free up ground, create cooperatives or legal association or organization Bloyupla, and then district by Kamna helping you plow. District will help you in a lot of things. Plowing, seeding, in partnership with Junkao Technologies, Chinese aid, we work on the Mibla. We'll be providing all the machineries. We are acquiring rice planters, rice harvesters, and the rice mill.
MP Feo then made an appeal to his people to tap into rice farming with assurance of the district's support.
Coffee factory as well as our rice factory. So we'll be processing all this and helping our people. If they want to export green bean, we'll process it for them. And so I appeal to my people, I want you to time Mibla leaders working with Silakan work on maximal investments Kamputum Laos Dua. We're helping you adding value to your produce.
Ungaibena is one of the districts situated in the Eastern Highlands province and is quickly emerging into rice farming in the country. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
Minister for International Trade and Investment and the head of the Papua New Guinea delegation, Richard Maru, arrived in Abu Dhabi yesterday morning to attend and participate in the World Trade Organization's 13th Ministerial Conference, hosted by the United Arab Emirates. The conference is attended by ministers responsible for trade from the 164 member states of the World Trade Organization from February 26 to the 29th of 2024. One of the key discussions of Minister Maru is on maximizing the potentials of agriculture, elaborating that PNG is a net importing country where it eyes on the vitalness of food security and its policy. Minister Maru stated that such an outcome is critical to safeguard the livelihoods of smallholder farmers and ensure access to essential foodstuffs for net food importing developing country members. However, the lack of progress was highlighted in the meeting by most member countries. In the next few days, Minister Maru will also be having important bilateral meetings on the margins of the conference. Maru added that outcomes of the ministerial conference will have impact on PNG's national policies as it will set the minimum standard for any other future trade negotiations that PNG enters into. The 13th Ministerial Conference in Abu Dhabi that plays host to 164 nations sets the expectation on trade ministers to decide on commitments in the areas of fishery subsidies, agriculture, including food security, trade and development, the moratorium on non-violation complaints relating to intellectual property rights, work program on e-commerce, World Trade Organization reform, extension of its agreement on trade-related aspects of intellectual property waiver decision. The final objective pertains to institutional issues and proposals for improving the World Trade Organization's regular work in areas such as transparency, committee operations, small economies, and dispute settlement. The Minister for International Trade and Investment, Richard Maru, has indicated to his counterparts that Papua New Guinea will maintain its position to stand still on fisheries subsidies. He made this statement at the World Trade Organization 13th Ministerial Conference in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Minister Richard Maru, while addressing the World Trade Organization Trade Ministers Conference, emphasized strongly that Papua New Guinea is in transition. For the first time since independence, the country will introduce an export tax to all fishing companies that bring out unprocessed fish from PNG waters, commencing July of this year. Minister Maru added that PNG is negotiating to buy a major fishing company with the view of owning its own vessels and fishing in its own waters, with the vision to domesticate the local fishing industry. The minister stated that hopes are high in having the negotiations conclude in the next 2 to 3 months. Maru also stated that a declaration will be made on the proposed Pacific Industrial Zone in Madang Province to be a free trade zone. Tax incentives will be given to every company who ought to build their own processing facilities in the PMIZ, including those from the Pacific region. With a major wharf already in place, Maru stated that they are working on servicing all the vessels. The Sugu River and the Tinibi clogged portions of the main Arab road link was rehabilitated this week. The rehabilitation comes after a notice raised by the Main and Arab LLG President Kunump Ameke.
The rehabilitation work was spearheaded by allied PNG groups with the mobilization of an excavator machine on site to do river clearance. The company manager Tommy Kivu thanked the technical team and locals for working closely to see this project completed. Nawai local MP Tio Pelgan indicated that this portion of the road requires extensive repair and rehabilitation, especially on the soft spot areas, stating that this road links is crucial for local economic activities. The member further extends its gratitude to allied PNG groups for the rehabilitation efforts. The MP further revealed that major maintenance will be done when fundings are released by the government. Sugu River is the first in the main Arab LLG to undergo an extensive diversion and wet crossing clearance. Gladys Killer, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The junior tennis competition held at the Port Moresby Tennis Club, aiming to select players for the PNG national team. Over 50 players participated, including 12 from Lae, vying for a spot in the national team to compete at the West Pacific Regional Championships in Lautoka, Fiji, from April 1st to the 6th.
The Papua New Guinea Tennis Association President Barbara Stubbings underscores the significance of the event.
This is the 2024 PNG Junior Tennis Championships, and it brings all our players from Port Moresby Tennis Club, Lae Tennis Club, Goroka. We've got some international children from Melbourne, one from Sri Lanka, and another one from the Sunshine Coast. And they all come together to vie for a place in the PNG junior team that will be travelling to the West Pacific Regional Championships in Fiji over the Easter week.
Among the participants are under-14 girls Oceania champion Kolita Hakena and Christopher Jose, who are competing under Port Moresby juniors, shares their thoughts on the competition.
Hi, my name's Kolita Hakena. I'm 14 years old. I've been playing tennis for 5 years now. I'm playing for under 14 girls and 16 girls this tournament, and yeah, I'm looking forward to winning this tournament. Yeah, you know, I wasn't here last year for this tournament, but this year it's pretty good, so I'm looking forward to winning it.
My name is Christopher Jose. I'm 10 and 16 this year. I play for under 16 juniors.
4 players will be chosen from each division, under 12, 14 and 16 to represent PNG. Abigail Tere Apisa, a notable figure in PNG tennis, shares insight in preparation for the upcoming tournament.
Well, I think a lot of the kids have been preparing well for this event. It's a little bit tough coming out straight out from the school holidays and Christmas break, so I know a few kids, you know, maybe took some time out of tennis. But I think I can speak for the POM kids here that I know a lot of them have been continuing their training and yeah, preparing well for this event because it's obviously the biggest event of the year for them. So yeah, I think, and so far we've had some really good matches, and yeah.
James Guken, Trukai Sports.
The PNG Junior Tennis Championship ends on a high note at the Port Moresby Racquet Club today.
During the successful presentation today, saw Mika Tabuchi took out the first placing for the 8 and under mixed event. Andrew Icy took out the first placing for the 12 and under boys event. Timothy Koliwan in the 10 and under mixed event. Indiana Kaulo in the 12 and under girls event. Kolita Hakena in the 14 and under girls event, followed by Grayson Sugare in the 16 and under and mixed boys event. Papua New Guinea Tennis President Barbara Stubbings told his newsroom that the announcement for the selections will be made at the end of this week.
Once we announce the team at the end of this week, it'll be full-on training, a lot of tournament play, tournament practice. In preparation, we don't have much time, so it'll just be straight onto the courts with the coaches and getting them going. The other standout performer this tournament was Grayson Mayuran from Sri Lanka. He played in the 14s and 16s and won both events, which is great for our men, because normally our women are doing really, really well, our girls, and so it's nice to see the boys coming through and succeeding.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The ASIASI canoe race took place today at Ella Beach in Port Moresby. Teams from Tubumaga clan of Hanuabada village in the nation's capital participated.
The ASIASI race participants took to the beachfront a spectacular race match. Small crafted canoes sailing through the wind speed and arriving at the finishing line determines the victory. This initiative is the lead-up to the upcoming 2024 Lakani Toy Memorial Church Bobo launching.
As you can see, we have the ASIASI race that's taking place today. This is hosted by Tumaga Idu from the Hanuabada village. The fundraising, all funds that will be raised from this event will be towards our Bobo launching.
The event started on Saturday, the 24th of February and ends today. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours in the southern region. Port Moresby City, cloudy with chances of few showers and drizzles. Daru, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Kerema, cloudy with few showers possible. Alatau and Popondetta, partly cloudy with some showers possible. In the Momase region, Lay City, cloudy with some showers possible. Medang, cloudy with some showers. Wewak, partly cloudy with some showers. Vanimo, partly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau and Kavieng, cloudy with few showers possible. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Kimbe, cloudy with some showers possible. Buka, partly cloudy with few showers and drizzles. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Bands and Kundiawa, some showers with possible thunderstorm. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, some showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, the 26th of February, 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.